your nib's too slow and your ink won't flow, here's one of the places that you can go. Larry is here to help you through with Mr. Announcer and Covey too. It's Larry's Fountain Pen Reviews.
Hey guys, Larry here, and thanks for joining me on the brand new fountain pen review. Duh! Anyway, so, this is the pen that I will be reviewing, and this is how it comes in this little package. And I've had this for about, I guess 3 months, 4 months. I'm just now getting around to it. So, this is how it comes. It's a Franklin Covey fountain pen. And the information I got about this pen is Franklin Covey. It's a polished chrome, as you see it here, fountain pen with a medium nib. Franklin Covey is made by A.T. Cross. Now this pen is brand new and comes with one ink cartridge inside. The pen is refillable using international standard short ink cartridges, and I believe you can also use a cross or a standard converter in this thing as well. So let's go ahead and open this box up. I've been dying to take a whack at this thing. I've never ever heard of this pen before, this brand. There we go. And of course, like the cross pens, if you have any problems with it, or you send it back and they will repair it or send you another one. And here's some instructions on the pen. It's in different languages. Of course, none of them I read. Blah 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 blah. Okay, then it shows you how to fill your pen, etc., etc. Okay, so we don't need that. This is what we need, right? So, interesting. This is the front. So let's take this little jewel out. Okay, a little plastic thing that it hooks onto. That's kind of interesting, right there, and it comes right off. And then this, the fountain pen itself comes with a rubber tube over the nib. We'll just pull that right out. Interesting. I've never seen this kind of setup before. Never even heard of this pen. Now, the Franklin Covey, they have a lot of different types of journals, bags, papers, and a lot of accessories that you might use in your office. So they're a pretty big company that's pretty well known. At least that's what I found out on the history that I looked up this fountain pen. So let's take this off. Ta-da! Okay, we'll get this off some way. We'll take the barrel off first. There should be a cartridge in there, and there is. Now we're going to get this little jewel off right here. It's coming off. Bear with me. Don't give up. Alright, so there it is. So, what I want to do before I put that cartridge in there is weigh this pen. Chrome, it's all chrome, all metal. So let's see what it weighs. Okay, here we go. 26.9 Gs. That's the weight of it. I'm going to write that down. All right. And the little cartridge here also has Franklin Covey. So I guess what they do is Franklin Covey gets with Cross pens and asks them to make a fountain pen, and then Franklin Covey puts their name on the pen. As this one has on the clip Franklin Covey, and real nicely done. It's a nice looking pen, sharp looking pen. If you're into chrome, you'll love this pen. Could it be slippery? Yeah, if you have sweaty fingers and stuff, it would be slippery. But it's a good looking pen. And for the value, it was great. It just depends how the pen will write. So let's see what length this pen is real quick. 5.44 inches capped. Okay. Taking notes as we go. So, pull off cap. And it does post securely. Do it again. You hear that little boom. It's kind of like a spring inside. But at the end of at the very end of the barrel, you see these little grooves go around, and it kind of have some grooves down in the cap that will automatically go in on this and lock on there. So it's not going nowhere. So that's interesting. And then as we go down the barrel, there's really not much of a step off, and you have a small grip section here. Again, it's all chrome. So, like I just said, if you have sweaty fingers, you can probably just slide on down the grip. So there it is. And there's a small nib. I'm going to guess at the nib at a 5, number 5. A rhodium point. So, plastic feed, and the feed has a number D on it. They say that if you get a number A on the feed, you're going to get a real nice, smooth, wet nib. As the letters change, that nib is going to change. What I found out with some of the history on these pens. I was checking out the Fremont. Also, Cross makes them again, but Franklin Covey has the Fremont as well, and some other models. And they also have ballpoint pens as well. So let's go ahead and ink this pen up. Brand new little baby. Later I need to get a converter for it and check that out. But yeah, just standard cartridges, which I have plenty of. I don't use a lot of cartridges. This is black, and they're just fine. And we'll put the barrel back on. All right, folks. Got into the 70s today. Got a really nice, beautiful day today. Sun was out. All was good. And so let me see if this is going to be ready to write. I guess I use the old Rhodia pad here. I'll use this side of the paper. Let's see if the ink is going down to the nib and getting ready to write. And I think it's a nice looking pen. Let's see how this pen writes. Okay. And nothing. So let's get this little jewel writing. So there's no ink getting down to the feed nib. So what I'm going to have to do is get some in there. So here's how I do mine. Have no fear, we'll get this baby working. I can see the ink going down. Here we go. Okay. I think it's going to go. Have no fear, Larry is here. All right. All right, my friends, I think it's going to go. Let's check it out. All right. And I'm going to call this the number 5 nib, okay? Medium for sure. And I'm using the Franklin Covey, what's on the cartridge black ink. And let's do some writing with this pen. All right. Some little swirls here, now some reverse writing. And you do get a different line variation, but you see some skips there, 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 there when you do the reverse writing. But maybe after you write with it for a while, that might correct itself, or even try different ink. But you know, it's not a bad little pen for the buck. Check on wetness. It does lay down the ink. Nice. Nice, wet, smooth nib. I got to give it that.
And that's a nice black ink as well.
Yeah, it is a nice black ink, yeah. I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, I'm thinking it could even be a cross black ink that Covey puts their name on as well. If they're having Cross make the pens and they put their name on it, then Cross could do the same thing. Well, they could do the same thing with Cross's ink as well. But I could be totally wrong. Just thinking out loud. So, what do I think about the pen? I think it's a pretty cool pen. How much did this pen cost? $12.95. Not a bad price. Yep. If you don't mind chrome, great. If you have a problem with chrome, stay away from it. But it's a decent pen. It's the kind of pen that if you lose, not a big investment. For beginners that are just coming out of the rabbit hole and already went bananas, people on a budget, great. A great pen, I think. At least it's worth what you pay for it, and you'll have a lot of fun with it. So, that's going to do this review for today, my friends. So, with that said, you know the routine. Wash your hands, a lot of peace and love, however you want to do it. And please, don't pick up your phones and text while you're driving. No, 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 no. Bye-bye.